It's Saturday. Happy Saturday, guys. It's September 7, 2019, and we are in our market insights. And in this session, we are going to review the stocks you have recommended earlier. And I already have an initial list. I've posted this in the description, and we'll prioritize them at the same time. Whoever is going to join today, we are also going to review your stocks. All right, so let's wait for a few more joiners. Thank you guys for joining us this session. And maybe you can say hi. Yes, thank you, Benjamin. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. How's your weekend? Now, as you can see on the list, we have nikl, PPG, phen, mrsgi, chp, ism, kph, CIP, JGS, ICT, fgen, px, web, IRC, meg, double dragon, smph, AC, mwide. So that's the initial list. Hello, Marife. Good afternoon. And okay, so on my screen you see Investograms. I hope you also use this tool because it's really super simple and easy to use. At the same time, it's free and you can download it in your mobile device. I'm using an Android phone, so I can say that it's also available in Android. I'm not sure with iPhone. Maybe they're also available in iPhone. And just taking advantage of this time as well, I hope you have already subscribed to our YouTube channel. I am Miss JD, and we make sure to post the videos that we have in our live sessions. I post them here so that after the market ends, I go back to the videos and I just cross-reference my analysis to find out whether we have accurate findings or insights. And true enough, so far so good. Every day, the accuracy rate is getting higher and higher each day. So just takes practice, guys, for all of us. I hope you're also doing the same. Take the time to review before the market starts and after the market starts. And who do we have? All right. Hello, George. Let's add Vita for you. Okay. Vita. What else? Enrico, good afternoon. If you can include SSI, yes, definitely. CDC, PHA, CDC, PHA, CPG, MPI. Okay. Yep, Ricky. Yes, nikl is the first on our list. Wow, a lot of requests for nikl. Maybe you guys have entered in nikl before. Okay. I will set up, although I've already saved my indicators here, but I just want to show everyone, for the new joiners, how to set up your indicators. And here I only use two indicators. I use the Bollinger Bands, and let's adjust the colors so that you guys can see each line clearly. So green over here, change this to pink, change this to blue. Okay, right. Is it clear? Is it okay? Good. And let's also set up our RSI. And let us also change the color so that it's clear. Let's change it to white. Okay. Let's make everything thicker so it's clear. Okay, so my indicators are all default settings. Let me check how it looks like on the screen. Okay, very good. Okay. So let's start with PSI. So for PSI, we are now moving above the MA20 line, so that's a good sign. maybe we will be experiencing some more bullish movements in the coming days. Hopefully it goes back to this level where we have 8,300 in the 8,300 level. And just for the sake of everyone, PS Philippine Stock Exchange Index is a basket of all the major companies that are listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange. There are 30 companies that influence the movements of the index. Okay, so you have JFC, Metro Bank, BDO, major banks, Ayala, SM, those big players. Okay, so we're now bullish, and let's go to our first request, and this is nickel. For nickel, we are actually near the resistance area, and now we are giving, or this stock is giving us some signs that it'll retrace. We do not know if it will go halfway or it will go all the way down, right? Because at this point, there was a massive movement just in one day. So let's find the next possible, looking at that, this next possible support for retracement. Better yet, so this is what we can do. So at least you have some areas to focus on. You plot your Fibonacci retracement. So when you do that, just find the lowest point. Find the lowest point to the highest point. Okay. This is it. So these are the key areas. If the price starts lower than the 4.25 level, so your next possible area of focus would be this. And then if you want to get in the stock, make sure you see a green candlestick to confirm the bounce. Right, this one, although there was a small wick touching the price, it's not yet confirmed. What we want to see is that there should be a green candlestick to engulf this Friday's candlestick. So we can say, okay, it's just a minor retracement, and then it will go further up. Otherwise, look at these levels, all right? So these are your levels for possible bounce. And of course, this is the lowest you can get. If you go further down, then definitely it will decline further. So those are my pointers for nickel. For PPG, the new support that I'm seeing here is the 9.14 area. There. Okay, so this used to be the resistance, and it broke out of the resistance area. So let's see if the price starts higher than 9.14, so potentially it will create another set of support. Your previous resistance will now become your support. So still check it out. If the price goes lower than 9.14 and most of the action happens on the downside, then definitely the next area that you can enter will be near the MA20 line. So just observe where the MA20 line lands when it declines. But hopefully this is just creating another support at this point, right? The next one is phen. So let's adjust our screen a little. Okay, so our screen can be bigger. For phen, we are near the resistance area for phen. Okay. So this is a resistance area for phen. So if you want, we're seeing that in the coming days there will be some minor retracements, because notice this is how this was moving. Okay, or actually here you can plot it this way, even straight line or a little higher, because at one point the price reached that level. Okay, but safer is this one because it's creating that resistance over there. However, take a look at how your RSI is behaving. Straight line, but your RSI is moving down. Okay, so that means lesser people are now interested in buying this stock because they feel that this is getting to be starting to become more expensive. Your volume at this point is really low. Okay, so expect that there will be some retracement. Hopefully it bounces back up right at the 2.81 area where you have your MA20 line. So this green line is the MA20, or the moving average in the past 20 days. The next one is mrsgi. For mrsgi, so we're moving below the MA20 levels. That would mean your MA20 line has acted as your resistance. So we're seeing that in the coming days, we might see another, well, focusing on Monday, we'll see potentially another red candlestick for mrsgi. And this is where I want to plot my support. Let us see if the, here or here. Either way, it's fine, like halfway. There. So it's an area. Take note, guys, it's an area. So slightly higher or slightly lower can still be considered your support for this stock. So around the 2.35 area. So a retracement, if you want to get in near the 2.35 area. That's where the support that we are seeing. The next one is CHP. How's everyone so far? Okay, I will definitely add, let's see, for George wanted to add MBT and DNL. Okay, ABA X check pcor. Let's see, for Marife, she also has requested a few more. Just typing them down. Right, so we are now in CHP. Okay, we had a good bounce for CHP last Friday. And so what we can see here is that potentially we are expecting some more green candlesticks in the coming days. So this is what we call a hammer, right? Because it happened right at the support area. So this kind of candlestick signifies that we are about to face a reversal. Now, true enough, we had a green candlestick last Friday. So we're still near. So treat your MA20 as your possible resistance around the 3.04 level. All right. The next one would be ISM. So I'm a bit undecided for ISM. So maybe, hopefully, this is just this is creating a new support. Hopefully, so this used to be a resistance over here, and then let's just check. This one. All right. If the price gives us a much, if this stock gives us a much higher price, then we can say it's just a retracement, and then it will continue to go up because we are already at a very cheap level for ISM. So hopefully this is the reversal that we are waiting for. It did a gap up. So let's see how it looks like in our Fibonacci retracement, the short-term Fibonacci retracement. Okay. So it respected this level, 5.31 as a bounce, and then it bounced. So we're hoping that the price will start at this level, and most actions should happen on the upside. Then we can say it's now just a tolerable retracement before it continues to go further up. So those are the key areas. Otherwise, if these breaks, your next possible area of focus would be the 5.20 area. Right. The next one is kph. kph has bounced at the MA20 level, but this is a secondary stock. Oh, their income is really good. Positive each time. But my only concern is that this stock is not really very popular. So that means there are only a few individuals engaging in this stock. And if you have already entered and just waiting, because you might have purchased it at a much higher price, my concern is it might take some time before it reaches that level. Or if it reaches that level, we might only have small volume, and it might take a while before your sell order can be successfully executed or purchased because of the volume. Okay, but definitely looking at the daily chart, it has already bounced at the MA20 line. So hopefully we'll have some more green candlesticks for kph. CIP also had small volume, but we're nearing the MA20 line. Hopefully it just stops right at the MA20 level and then gives us a good bounce. So this is the area to watch out for. Okay. If you're interested to get in this stock, this is the area. Because we might see another candlestick that's red, or if it's going to be a green at one point, it will give you a chance right at the MA20 level. Okay. For the newbies, my recommendation is always to engage in stocks that you know the background, you know the plans of the company, the historical performance of the company, and the best tool that I can recommend so you have visibility on these items is you go to PSE Edge. So this is a page where all the information about any stock is listed. You will see the next dividend, the revenue, performance in the previous years and the current year, and all disclosures. You'll find them here, even the schedules of the dividends, right? Most viewed. Okay, so use this to your advantage. Make it a habit. If you have the time, read the performance of the stock in this page. Okay. Now let's talk about JGS. JGS. For JGS, we are at the resistance level, so we might see some retracements. And let's see if this is the first line that I see. Okay. Hopefully it just lands here and then continues to go up. Otherwise, we'll refer to MA20 line as the next possible area to watch out for. Okay, so these are the two key areas to watch out for. 69.93 level and the 67.94 level. So up, and then this is going down. So we might see another red candlestick. Hopefully it just stops right at this area. JGS, ICT. Hello to Mark and Jumbik. Yep, I think I have FB listed. Yes. ICT, we already have a good bounce for ICT. We're now moving above the MA20 line, so this is the confirmation, and good. It actually did a gap up, and I think I mentioned this before. Normally, when a price gives us a gap up, the price visits the gap or fills the gap, sometimes within a day or sometimes in the coming days. So what happened last Friday was it did a gap up, but at one point last Friday it visited that area. So we don't have technically a gap anymore because of this wick. Okay. So we're seeing some more green candlesticks for ICT. The next one is fgen. For fgen is giving us some sideways movement here. Hopefully, this MA20 line is sustained, acting as a support. And well, I think I'm a little bullish now because notice this direction. The green line is pointing upwards. So maybe this stock will give us a chance near the MA20 line before it rallies on the upside. Your MA20 line is around 26 pesos area. Really close. Okay. Hold on. Let me check the weekly chart. Yep. Yeah. So we're just consolidating here. I'm thinking it will just consolidate for a few days before it continues to go up. PX. For PX, let's wait till you reach the MA20 line. Maybe we will have it'll touch this line before it continues to go up. Okay, so we always have this condition. If you want to get in near this area. If the movement starts to go below that level, then just set your stop loss, your tolerable risk. As for me, I have 3 to 5%, 5% at the most, and I just stop my loss. And I am more active in the international market, so in eToro, or yeah, that's the portal that I use to trade in the international market. I just set that 5% and then leave it for the day. But in Philippine Stock Exchange, I think in most of the portals here, there are no settings that will automatically set your stop loss, except for, from what I know, AAA equities. They have that feature, but you can go ahead and research that, and they can. I don't have an account with them, but that's what I know. You have the ability to set your stop loss there. So this is the support that I'm looking at. Hopefully it just bounces and then goes back up again for PX. For web. For web, they're trying to create it's trying to stabilize the support at the MA20 line. So I'm thinking, it will just give us an opportunity around this level, and then hopefully it continues to go up. probably the red candlestick here is because some people may have already purchased it around this area, because this doji, you know, the cross over there, a doji is also a candlestick that signals a possible reversal soon. So what happened was probably some of them took profit over here. But this is the new support that I am seeing near the MA20 line. The next one is IRC. IRC, let's observe, because we're moving below the MA20 levels and it's trying to trigger the MA20 line. So your condition is if the price starts above the MA20 and then let's say first 30 minutes of the day, most of the action happens here, then most likely we have just broken the resistance of this stock. Okay, so your MA20 line acts as a resistance when the trend is downward. Okay, see this? Each time it hits that ceiling, it goes down, tries to hit that again, and then goes down. Okay, so let's see, let's observe if finally we are out of the downward position. Okay, provided it has to start above the MA20 line. IRC MEG. As for MEG, okay, for MEG, we have a resistance in this level. Okay, same as the previous stock. This acts as your resistance. So let us see if it will retrace, go back, and retrace for a bit before it finally goes up. Let's see this. Okay, so that's the area that I'm looking at as a possible bounce area before it goes up. Okay, let's validate that with our Fibonacci retracement. Lowest point to the highest point in this level. Okay, so a little close. Yeah. Yep, just close. So mine is up to here. But your Fibonacci retracement is saying that your possible bounce area is around 5. 5 to 505 is fine, because that's it's an area anyway. So that could be a possible bounce. Hold on. So this is your first level of bounce. Yep, this could act as a bounce area. So let's just put a line here so that you know. Okay. So your condition is price has to start above above this line. That way we can confirm that it has officially broken the MA20 level, which is your resistance. And once we have successfully broken that line, then you now have a new support, which is your 5.19 area. 5.19 area will be your new support. Okay, your previous resistance will now be a new support. Otherwise, if it breaks down, this is your next. All right? But we are at the very cheap level for MEG. Double Dragon. Okay, we already have a support in this area for Double Dragon. So it might just stabilize first before it goes up. So we have a red candlestick, maybe another red candlestick on Monday. If it goes down here, that could be a good entry price. So I'm thinking it will stabilize before it goes up. Okay, elevated a bit, it will go down to stabilize before it goes up. So we're here now, near the oversold area. This was actually the oversold area, and it bounced right away. smph. For smph, this is the bounce for smph. We're already at a very cheap level, and hopefully my condition is another green candlestick that will trigger the MA20 line or break the MA20 line. Then that could be a good hint that we are now facing a reversal. Okay, so what happened here last time in this level? So the price went further down, right? When it went further down, the behavior of your RSI was different. It was going up. That's why you had that bounce. So I'm bullish. Potentially we'll have some more green days for SMPH. AC. What happened to AC? Try to observe AC around this level. That is your support area. So maybe it will give you a chance right here before it continues to go up. That's your possible bounce area. mwide. How's everyone so far? It's lunch break here in KSA. It's nice to hear more technical info in current stock market. Hey, thank you, Ronald. I hope you can also influence your friends there. And, you know, gone are the days when people are more into saving their money in the bank. People are starting to see the real picture, right? That the money that we put in the bank are used by the banks to trade the stock market, and that's where they get their profit because our money sleeps. They use our money in the stock market. So if we understand the stock market, then we can, well, technically, we don't need them anymore. Just my thought. Probably for funds that you need immediately, you put that in the bank. But funds that you don't need, let's say in the next 6 months to 1 year, that's something that you can utilize in the stock market. mwide. mwide is making some sideways movement, but it is now triggering the upper Bollinger Band with some nice volume over here. So I'm thinking we might have some more green candlesticks for mwide. Actually, this is really interesting. We're at a good level for mwide. How far are we from the MA20 line? Let's check. Not that far. So maybe if you are interested, from the 18.71 level to 18.92, that could be a good entry price because overall this really looks attractive. It has been on a sideways for a long time, but your MA20, check that out, moving upward, but your movements here is just consolidating within this range, and you're already at a cheap level. Okay, good catch for mwide. More bullish moves in the coming days. Vita, and this one is for George. Vita, let us see if this trigger is going to sustain the bullish moves for Vita. So it was on a decline, it went up and retraced, but it's now giving us some more bullish signals. It has finally crossed that MA20 line. I hope that is sustained and it will give us some more green candlesticks in the coming days because you're already at a very cheap level for Vita. Yep. Although in your weeklies, we're not yet safe in the weekly chart, but you're already at a very cheap level. Okay. So just observe, just be extra careful because Vita, Vita's volume is still not that big. We're moving here on the upside, but the volume is still not there. So just make sure you set your stop loss if you want to get in the stock in this stage. Okay. SSI. For SSI, we already have crossed the MA20 line. All right, so if you can get in near the 2.89 area, that will be a good support to consider or area of focus. Next is CDC. CDC making this sideways movement. What is CDC? Oh, city land. Okay. Still consolidating. If you want to get in, your price is around 0.87, around the MA20 line, or 0.86, around that. Okay. PHA. For PHA, you might see another red candlestick for PHA, but I cannot really I cannot talk about the long term projection because right at this point I can see just for the next day a red candlestick, and this is where I'd watch out the next possible bounce. Hopefully it just gives us a good bounce at the 0.57 area where you have your support, but I'm thinking the market will give us a chance right there and then bounce back up. Okay, your previous resistance can potentially act as a new support before it goes further up. CPG. CPG also consolidating at the at this area with 0.55 as your support. Let's treat this 0.55, or actually you are near the support area. So if you want to give it a try, you can. Let's check out their income. Revenue into second quarter of this year is positive. It is also giving out some dividends. Let's see if this is consistently given. Okay, not 100%. When was the last time? June, and then here, July. Yeah, so that's a good sign, but just very minimal because, of course, the price of CPG is also very small or cheap. Now, this is the support that I'm seeing. Okay, 0.55. MPI. For MPI, you are at the resistance area. So be extra careful, especially because we have a gap right over here. Definitely this stock will potentially visit and fill that gap, maybe up to this level or up to this level. Okay, around 4.99. If that gets broken, your next area is 4.88. So we're a bit bearish for MPI. MBT. For MBT, we're just consolidating in this area. We're actually near the support, and very promising formation here in the RSI area. It is now giving us an upward direction. So this is a good time to start accumulating volume for MBT. Just buy a few stocks if you like. If you have extra funds, this is the perfect time. So if you want to check out MBT last Friday, let me see. I'd like to check my COL financial on another window, because normally if you see most of the buyers, hold on. If most of the buyers are not COL financial, then I'm thinking these are going to be, hold on, let's just validate that. MBT, Quotes. Stock, MBT, get a quote. Oh, it's not giving me that. I just wanted to find out who are the top buyers and top sellers for MBT. Why is this not showing? Okay, never mind. But if you have the tool up, maybe you can check who the top buyers for MBT. If it is not COL Financial, if it is someone else, most likely these are the big players in the stock market, like institutions, the big whales, they say. They're starting to accumulate volume. They start to purchase some shares here before probably a catalyst or a big news comes out, then it will give us a bull run. When I say bull run, massive movements on the upside. Hello, Johan. Thank you for joining. Good catch for MBT. Now let's proceed to DNL. For DNL, wow, it looks the same. Same movement as MBT. What's DNL again? DNL Industries. Okay. We're at the support level or support area for DNL, but your RSI is already giving us some promising moves. Look at that. Bullish divergence. So any moment from now, potentially DNL will break out of the support on the upside. So if you want to gather or accumulate funds and accumulate volume rather, this is the perfect time. Provided, of course, it does not break down the 8.81 level. Next is ABA, and this is for, I think this is for Marathon. ABA is now sitting right at the MA20 line. I think when I reviewed my analysis yesterday, yeah, we also talked about ABA, and it said that we might have a red candlestick. And true enough, we've seen a decline last Friday, but it stopped and respected the MA20 line. So I'm thinking any moment from now, this will hopefully, right? We just need a volume. This will give us a good bounce in this area. Okay? Provided the price should start at that level and moves on the upside. Okay. So that's the support that I see. We're just sitting right at the support, which is the MA20 line. X. Let's check out X. For X, we're already at a very cheap level. And let's see how it looks like here. Is it just sitting at the, okay. So it is trying to, okay. This is trying to resist. Your MA20 line is trying to resist, and we might see a retracement for X. This is where I'm seeing the next support. Okay, so that is the area of support, 0.91 level. Okay, so I'm seeing another red candlestick for X. Apple. Yes, you're already at the support area for Apple. Let's just wait. Hopefully this gives us a green candlestick on Monday. I'm expecting a possible bounce soon, right? Hopefully it doesn't even reach this level because it already created several stops in this area. So I'm thinking this is your new support. Tech. Oh, I mentioned tech. Okay, not yet. As for tech, wow, nice volume for tech. And there's a schedule release of cash dividends. So I'm thinking we will expect another green day for tech, another green candlestick, and hopefully this is a good candidate for another ceiling play. But hopefully, just hoping, no one can guess a ceiling play. But with this big jump in the volume, something must be, cooking on the back end. Any thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? Interesting, just massive jump. Maybe because of the cash dividend? Could be. But good catch for tech. Look at that. This is long overdue. Long overdue for a reversal. Long decline over here, but your RSI is starting to move up. Okay, and that's for tech. The next one is pcor. For pcor, okay, still observing. Okay, we already have this upward direction in creating that support in the 5 peso area. It lands on the same spot multiple times, but your RSI is already giving us an upward direction. So I'm thinking if it will retrace up to the 5 peso level before it goes up. So that's my evaluation. DMR. Oh, thanks for the info, Carlo. MBT just celebrated its 57th anniversary. Okay. Yep. Johan, I hope you were able to hear what I mentioned about pcor. 5 peso level is your support, and then hopefully we see a possible bounce soon. And the last is, well, you have a Korean name, so this is for you. Let's put in SSI. Let's add that. The next is DMR. Not sure what DMR is. DNR? Maybe this is DNR. Maybe DNL. Yeah, we already talked about that. Okay, we'll skip the DMR because it's not giving us any info. Let's talk about IMI. Guys, if you have questions around, anything that's, if you're doing your self-study and you have some questions, maybe I can also answer it here. Raise it here so that others can also learn from us. Maybe I know the answer. If I don't have the answers right away, then I can get that for you and post it on our page. So go ahead, feel free to ask any questions that you have in mind related to stocks. Okay, so for IMI, wow, nice. See that? Very clean. Clean support, always on the same area. This one is this support here. It finally crossed the MA20 line. So it's starting to trigger the upper band. I'm thinking we are going to expect some more bullish movements for IMI in the coming days. And if you are interested to get in near the support or get in near the MA20 level. So that's the area that you can really get the most out of your money. Wow, good volume over here. See that? It's big difference in the volume. So let's put that tech and pcor. Good. Tech and IMI, good signals in the volume. IRC. What about IRC? IRC is trying to create a resistance in this level. Okay, so let's just observe first. If the price starts above the MA20 area, then we can say we have a breakout play. Otherwise, it just respects the MA20 being its resistance. If you want to check out where my support is, the support that I see, it is going to be right over here. Hold on. Could be that. Okay, let's have that as one. Let's have this again as another one. Okay, 2 areas to watch out for. Is it landed here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm thinking we're really going to see reversals any moment from now. Okay, let's just hope it starts above the MA20 line. So right away you can say, okay, good, this is a breakout play for IRC. FB. Let's check out FB. FB still creating that support at the 90 levels, and you're already in the oversold. So, yep, I think this is a good time to start accumulating for FB. Last is SSI. SSI has started to cross the MA20 line. So if you want to get in near the MA20 level, 2.86 to 2.88, that will be an area. Hopefully this gets sustained, because sometimes, you know, even if you're already at the MA20 line, in some occasions, it does not get sustained. See this? You're already above it, right? But something happened. MA20 line got broken on the downside, and then more bearish movements. So still be very watchful, especially if you are just in SSI to trade. So the take here is, I would like to maybe use this. Okay, use the MA20 line as your support. This area, 2.85 to 2.86. Yes. I hope we started a much higher price on Monday, and then most actions happen on the upside. That way we can say that, okay, we now fully have a reversal for this stock. Okay. Carlo, let's check out kppi. kppi. Okay. I'm thinking kppi will still find its support. Okay. And hopefully, because this is what happened. We thought we already had this support right in this level, right? But it got broken down. Because the reason why we thought that this is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, it landed that in that area, but we now have a much lower price. So I'm thinking, I hate to say this, but we might possibly see a support right here. The next support would be here, 8.23 levels. Okay, still not giving us a Bollinger Band because we have not reached 20 days yet. So just watch out for these prices, okay, for kppi. You're welcome, Murphy. Missy, what do you mean by share buyback? Okay, share buyback means that when a company feels that the revenue, the performance of the company is good, and they feel that the price of their stocks are at a cheap level, they buy it. So that what will happen is, now we have fewer volume in the offered to the public, and tendency is the price will go up. So that's it. normally that happens when the stock is performing really well. Okay, I hope I was able to explain that, but there are a lot of more detailed explanation on YouTube and in on the internet. But definitely, that's a good sign when the company purchases some shares from the public. Okay. You're welcome. All right, so guys, just a request. Hopefully, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Miss JD in YouTube. I hope you can also revisit our insights right after the market closes. That way, we can validate whether our initial findings are correct or not, and then can apply it in your trades. I am also in eToro. I am more active actually in the international market nowadays because I'm so busy in the morning. And yep, I think I'm not 100% sure, but probably on Monday and Tuesday, I will be able to do a live session in the evening because I will be coming in the morning shift. In the past days, I came in mid shift. That's why I arrive home super late. Okay. Now, any other questions, guys? You're welcome, Ronald. Okay, so I hope you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you for joining me in today's session. You have a good one. You enjoy the rainy afternoon. It's a bit raining here in Manila, and wherever you are in the world. Thank you for taking the time. And yeah, you have a good one. Thank you. Bye.